want you living it every moment of your lives. I want you, when you get in your cars, which is where we commit more sin than any other place in our lives. We get in our little castles, we slam the door, we put on our seatbelts, we put our hands on the wheel, and we commit sin. Get out of my way, you dingle-doof. That was the code word we used in my family when the little children were
Highway or
around.
my way.
We cut people off or we don't let them in. We say bad things. We get frustrated. We're committing sin. We are breaking community. The Catholic Church is clear that the worst sin in the world is schism. You are breaking community because we're made in the image of God's community. So if you break community, that is a way whack huge moral sin. Okay? We get in our cars and we do that. What if when we got in our cars we actually tried to live our baptismal covenant?
I did it for Lent one year.
Why aren't you doing it all the time?
I finished. It was such a great experience. I never gave it up.
That's what I'm saying. Well, this is what
so
we
much
need
more
to do.
fun to drive that way.
It's not just driving, but everything. All right, ladies, here's the scenario, because I love doing this. The answer between the men and the women is always radically different. You're in the grocery store. You're standing in line. It's taken a way whack long time. You're getting a little frustrated. You look up. You see that the young girl who is checking everybody out is holding back tears, maybe even sobbing a little bit, screwing up a lot, having to start over. You finally get up to her. What do you do?
I give her a Kleenex and tell her it's going to be okay.
Ask her how her day is.
Well, most people chew her out.
Thank you. The vast majority of people chew her out or ignore her.
Maybe.
Men, particularly, because they don't deal with tears. We're women, we know that. Men can't deal with the tears. Most others, a lot of people will chew her out or ignore her. A couple of people, you know, if you ask her how her day is, you better be prepared to stand there.
Mm-hmm.
How often have you ever reached across and actually taken her hand as she's reaching for your milk and said, what can I do for you? Just take a minute and breathe. We got all the time in the world. You want me to say a prayer with you? And given her the space to recover so she can do her job, because if she doesn't do her job, she's going to get fired, and then her children are going to go hungry. What are you going to do? Why are we not acting like that? The gospel on Sunday. What happened in the gospel on Sunday? A woman who believed so deeply, she just touched Jesus.
Oh.
And did Jesus just walk on? No, he said, who touched me? And the disciples are like, dude, you're in a crowd. Lots of people, we're all around. It's kind of how it works. And he's going, no, I felt power go out of me.
She didn't touch Jesus, she touched him.
Right.
Garment.
But he felt the power go out of him. And he's like, who touched me? And he stopped and he talked to her. And she goes, oh, you got to understand. I've been bleeding for 12 years. He understood immediately. She's unclean. Nobody could be near her. And she's outside the community. Outside the community. Because the community sacrificed her. Because anybody who touched her was also outside the community. So they all went, whoa, babe, you get over there. You stay over there. We can't have you near us. Because you endanger us all. The good of the many sacrificed for the one. And Jesus is like, no. So he stops, talks with her. Did he heal her? No. He said, your faith has made you well.
Yeah.
All she had to do now was go down to the mikvah, take the bath, and boom, she was back where she hadn't been in 12 years. If Jesus can do that, what is stopping us? What is stopping us? We took vows. Your baptismal vows. You all took them, and you all repeat them at least 3 times a year in most of your parishes.
Mm-hmm.
You all ought to have your baptismal certificates framed and put somewhere where you cannot avoid it every damn day of your life. Should not be hidden away in a book. It should be in a nice frame, and it should be real public, so when people see it, they say, what is that? And say, oh, that's my baptismal certificate.
You know, our bishop did that.
I've got mine.
When he died, his baptismal bishop in a frame at his closet.
I've got mine. I had mine framed, and it hangs with my papers. Of course, everything I own is packed up and has been for 7 years. So, but when I have an office and a place to hang them again, it'll go right back up there. We took these vows. Why are we not living them? And why are we not demanding that others live them as well? What are they going to do to us? They're not throwing us out. They could laugh at us. They could say, oh, you're an outlier. They're not going to stone you. Hell, they might even ordain some of you and make you bishops.
Heads will roll if I become a bishop.
I don't think that that's in the baptismal covenant. I know it's not. I really know that it's not in the ordination vows. Yeah, sorry.
No heads rolling?
No.
Oh, no, you'll have heat and love, all those words you said.
Tina, when you became a deacon, the world didn't collapse.
It's still going.
All I'm saying is this, I want y'all to be bold.
But it's true.
I don't want to hear any more excuses about they won't put it on the website. If they won't put something on the damn website, write it up for them so that they don't have to do the work. Keep in mind, anybody who's working on a diocesan or church staff is working in the same situation a lot of you are working in or have worked in your companies. You are overworked and underpaid. God knows your diocesan staff is way whack underpaid and way whack overworked. Same with the national staff that we're all, oh, just get rid of all those people in 815. Really? What'd you turn Republican overnight on me or something? They're working really hard, so do the work for them. Tell the story yourself. And then hand it to them and say, please. Are you kidding? They're going to be delighted. You know why? They didn't have to do the work, and it's going to make their diocese look good. Diocesan staffs are supposed to make the diocese look good. Look, there's this thing that we're doing, and it's really important and powerful, and it goes all over the world. So now we can talk about being mission partners all over the damn world. Wow, that's an odd idea. They didn't have to do anything. You write to the bishop and you say, thank you for supporting us. Even if the bishop isn't supporting you.
They can feel guilty.
No, it's kindness.
Yes, kill them with
You
kindness.
kill them with kindness, honey. I don't care how you get it.
Kindness.
And then you look at him and you say, well, bless your soul. We have ways in this
Bless your
town.
heart.
But I mean, this is what we
Heart
should be
soul.
doing. We should do not complain if things are not going your way. Change the way things are going.
Okay.
What is it? The Buddha said this. For God's sake, the Buddha said this long before Jesus walked the earth. The Buddha said, be the change you want to change. Be the change you want. The Dalai Lama says the same thing. Desmond Tutu says the same thing. All of the heroes of our lives say the same thing. Stop your bitching and get to work. Nothing is impossible. Put on the big girl panties because nothing is impossible with God. Nothing. It may take a while, but it ain't impossible. So just go and do it. Be bold. What did Michael Jackson sing? Which song?
The song,
Pull on your big girl
About the-
panties?
no, seeing himself in the mirror. Start with the man in the mirror.